the fascinating cases where an over-the-top coat is a key to survival. Section 1. The freak of nature hypothesis. At its core, ridiculously long hair in many animals is caused by a surprisingly simple genetic tweak. A gene called fibroblast growth factor 5, or FGF5, is basically the off switch for hair growth. When mutations break that switch, the hair just keeps growing. In cats, we've found at least 4 different mutations in this one gene that give us the long-haired breeds we know and love. This genetic origin is central to the freak of nature argument. A random mutation doesn't have a purpose, it just happens. And a lot of the time, it's not helpful at all. Think about rescued animals trapped under matted fur. That overgrown coat is a genuine health hazard. Section 2. The hidden purpose hypothesis. This is where the story gets really interesting. Nature is the ultimate opportunist. A trait that's a liability in one place can become a superpower somewhere else. Let's look at a few animals where an insane amount of hair seems to be much more than just a mistake. Case study 1. The Highland cow. First, let's head to the windswept, rainy Highlands of Scotland. If you've ever seen a Highland cow, you don't forget it. That shaggy hairdo is pure function. Highland cattle have a remarkable double coat. The long, oily outer layer, the longest of any cattle breed, lets rain and snow just slide right off, while a soft, downy undercoat provides incredible insulation. Case study 2, the Samoyed. Now let's head way up north to meet the Samoyed. Bred by the nomadic Samoyedic people to herd reindeer and pull sleds, their brilliant white, fluffy appearance comes from a dense, double-layered coat. The soft undercoat traps heat, while longer guard hairs repel dirt and snow. This coat is a year-round climate control system. It insulates in the cold and helps regulate temperature when it's warm by trapping cool air against the skin. Case study 3, the Afghan hound. From the frozen tundra to the rugged mountains and deserts of Afghanistan, we find the Afghan hound. Its famous thick, silky coat isn't just for glamour. It was vital protection, shielding the dogs from the bitter cold of high altitudes and the blistering sun of the desert floor. The long hair acted as a buffer against dust and rocky terrain as they worked as sighthounds. As part of a larger survival kit including unique hips for speed and large paws, the coat is a key piece of equipment for a hunter in a demanding landscape. Case study 4, the Angora goat. Finally, let's look at a case where humans got involved. The Angora goat, originally from Turkey, is the source of the lustrous fiber we call mohair. Unlike other goats, Angoras grow their fleece constantly, and it demands a huge amount of energy. In the wild, this isn't necessarily an advantage. The dense coat makes them vulnerable to parasites and a lot less hardy than other goat breeds, especially right after they're sheared. Section 3, the evolutionary arms race. But it's not always just about surviving the weather. There's another force at play: selection. In some species, what looks like excessive hair might be all about attracting a mate. Think of a lion's mane. It's not great for the hunt, and it can be hot and clumsy. But a big, dark mane screams health, strength, and good genes to potential partners. It's an honest ad for genetic fitness. Conclusion: so, is the unbelievable hair we see on some animals of biological purpose or just a freak of nature? The answer, as it so often is in biology, is, it's both. It's clear that the cause is often a simple genetic mutation, a broken off switch for hair growth that can be a real problem, a true freak of nature. For every animal with a perfectly adapted coat, there are countless others where it's just a random, unhelpful burden. But we've also seen how that exact same genetic quirk, in the right environment, can become a life-saving adaptation. For the Highland cow, it's a weatherproof jacket. For the Samoyed, it's an all-weather survival suit. The story of excessive hair growth is a perfect example of how resourceful evolution is. It shows that there's really no such thing as a good or bad trait on its own. Context is everything. A genetic mistake in one place can be the key to survival in another. It reminds us that nature isn't some perfect engineer with a blueprint, it's more like a tinkerer in a workshop, constantly trying things out. And sometimes, its most beautiful and functional creations start out as happy accidents.